Hey everybody, it's Brian SLC Farms. We are live, fixing to start baling these fields of millet that we raked yesterday. Trying to get everything pulled up on the iPad. There we go. Alright, let's get this Deere powered up and get going. This first little field here, it's not too thick. We got rain pressuring down on us as usual. Got a lot of hay down. So, gonna try to get it baled up. And thought, why not go ahead and bring y'all along with me right from the start to finish of this field, or well, a couple fields here at this location, but not sure. Everybody's probably at work on this Monday. Hope they're doing okay, having a good day. So, one thing sure nice about this thing, it is quiet inside. You don't even hear the baler going or anything hardly. It's a smoother riding tractor. I'm not sure how much I like the 24-speed power shift. I really would like to use an IVT to see how that is for haying. I know the shifting between the 6 ranges sometimes gets a little bit old, but it's really not that bad. There's a button on the shifter to declutch and be able to shift. If I was to purchase this particular tractor, I would want to probably add a couple of things that haven't been added. The outside edge of this field is really thin. The middle's a little bit better, but there wasn't much to the outside edges of these fields here. But so we're just trying it out. So far, I've put I think about 6 hours on the tractor, baling hay with it so far. It's really got nice power. There's I had a round bale that didn't wrap, and I can say this, if I would have had the M5 hooked to it, we would have had to scatter that round bale out. It was really short grass hay, so it didn't want to unroll, and I drove over top of that round bale pretty much full size. It had just kind of fell open, and it just ate it. The baler ate it, the tractor ate it. It all worked like it's supposed to, as to where the Kubota probably would have fainted just driving up to it, jokingly. But yeah, it's a nice tractor. It really is. I definitely want to test out a few others before I make any kind of decisions. I would really love to try out a bigger size Kubota, an M6, M7, somewhere in there, something that would compare to this same tractor. I think the M7 probably would ride a little better. Let's see here, I'm tightening that thing up where it quits spinning. There we go. Only other things, like y'all can see, all you see is that loader frame there in front of you. And it's really a big loader frame, I guess because of the self-leveling and all that. But being this big a tractor, this thing would probably lift a house. I don't have a bucket or a spear or anything that fits this because it's got the bigger European style quick hitch, I guess, on the front. It's a single lever. This does have a third function on the front already, which is, it's pretty cool. It's a single lever hydraulic attachment for both couplers that you can just leave on the implement. It's pretty neat. Kind of like the loader, it's got one lever and it disconnects all six hydraulic lines at one time, which is pretty neat. So, making a bale finally, first one. Yeah, just trying to keep this stuff from getting rained on. It's windy and clouded up, but they're not really calling for anything until tomorrow. Flat Earth Forums, how's it going? We're just out trying to get this hay baled before we get rained on here. Hopefully it won't rain till tomorrow. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got four little fields that are right around the home farm there. It all probably totals 30 acres altogether between the 4 fields, and I've got to get that raked and baled as well. Then I've got that one huge trashy field down. It's probably gonna end up getting rained on. They're calling 100% chances tomorrow. So it's like I say, it's probably gonna get rained on, and oh well. It's really, really trashy anyways. I mean, I don't think the hay will bring much more than $15 a bale, which is, I don't know, you might make $2 or $3 a round bale off of it. Not that much by the time you're said and done. So, it says we got 6 people in here watching. If you can, y'all pound that thumbs up. I know some people might be just at work listening in, or not in a position where they can, but I appreciate all 6 of you that are riding along. Flat Earth, how are you doing today? You found me on Instagram and Facebook, and you told me your name, but I have to say it a couple of times, and then I'll usually remember it. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, I see there on the camera it says we only got 1 thumbs up there. 6 people watching, which I might be one of the 6 that's watching, so might only be just 5 of us in here. But so a little bit more on this Deere here. I like all the lighting on it. I have not gotten to use it at night except for driving home, but this thing has immaculate lighting. Really, really great. Patrick, okay, all right. I always appreciate y'all riding along with me, giving me a little company here in the tractor. What's nice, usually baling, I'm kind of driving slow enough that I'll tend to have my iPad in here and watch movies or YouTube, just have something playing. Greg, appreciate you stopping in. BC, Canada. Appreciate you riding along, sir. Are y'all getting, I don't know if is it raining up y'all's way yet? Jeff Raymond, how's it going, sir? I know I am too, Jeff Raymond. I am used to orange paint as you're used to blue, or the versatile red. Everybody has asked me how I like it, and the biggest thing that I can say is it's different. I'm not sure if I like it or not. It might be one of those things that grows on me. Like I say, this might sound weird. This is the biggest tractor I've ever operated. There is a 5645 or a 5465 Massey Ferguson that's about this size, or the same size that I operate at the hay barn with the Dynafor transmission. But I'm used to smaller tractors. But I do want to test out a couple other brands. I personally love New Hollands, but both of our New Holland dealers in the area quit selling New Holland. It does, I guess it takes time getting used to anything new. I am just, like I say, it's nice being able to use it and try something for once before I purchase it. I get tired of buying things and then not being happy with them when I get them. I wished I would have been able to use my M5 a little bit before I bought it. I would have went ahead and stepped up to a bigger tractor immediately, just knowing what it was, even a bigger Kubota. I would love to try possibly a bigger Kubota out, like an M6 or an M7. I know they're coming out with that Versatile. My Claas dealer, they've got a 225 horsepower tractor that I think they're going to bring out for me to try. I think that's going to be a little much for me right now, but it's like old Wes says, you know, you can never have too much power really, and if I ever jumped into a large square baler from a round baler, the 225 would be nothing for it. So far, I love my AGCO dealer. Even though I haven't purchased a tractor from him, I've purchased a lot of other equipment. You know, he's a farmer himself, and become a good friend through the years. And these Deere guys, man, they seem to be. I haven't had to deal with really any service issues with them or anything because I don't own any John Deere equipment besides a bush hog. And I've always fixed it myself if I had issues. But these guys, the salesman and the general manager, they seem to really want my business. So, pretty cool. All right, how's it going, buddy? Dirt perfect? Yeah, I painted the Kubota orange. I had so many people complaining about me driving Kubotas, I just painted it orange. Now this is a demo from the local dealer, 6130. I guess the book says 125 horsepower, and then I guess it's got about a 20 horsepower bump, so it'll do 145. And I like it. It's nice. Like I say, it's different. This was a demo. Or is a used tractor. It was a Virginia DOT tractor at one time. It's got 479 hours on it now, almost 480. I'll suck up that trash. That's garbage right there. Alright, well that's it for this little field. Got to drive down the driveway and go to the bigger field now. But yeah, I like it so far. It's pretty cool. What you up to today? I've been trying to catch up on all the logger weight videos from you and SOT Metalworks, and I was rewatching some of his live stream from last night. There were so many people with good lives going on Sunday night. Everybody's doing Sunday night lives now. Didn't know whether to watch Harmless Farmer, Logger Wade. I always join in my buddy Jackie Gerald's live stream. So, working on the riverbank. You get to do a lot of water work. That's cool. Good hot day, you just go jump in and cool off. But I'm sure you also deal with a lot of mud and having to clean crap up. Slide's still holding up, hasn't fell apart yet. Let's see here. Craig left a comment I didn't catch. 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. Got a Kubota. What size Kubota, Craig, if you're still on here? Now there's enough slack in that chain that you should be able to open up another one and take a link out. Yeah. Okay. Just take a screwdriver and pry it open a little bit and take a link out. That chain's got a lot of slack. Okay. Alright, bye. Sorry guys. I got two boys out unloading 300 bales into a loft on this wonderful, I think it's like 95, 96 degrees Fahrenheit here today. And that was them calling to let me know that the conveyor broke a chain link. But I think it's got enough slack in the chain, if they're careful, they can pull a link out and get her fixed up and be right back going. Yorkshire George, how's it going, buddy? The slide looks awesome. Junior over there did get a lot of great videos of everything he's done with y'all. He really has. Alright, let's see here. Baler fired back up. I will say this tractor allows this big baler to eat hay like it's supposed to. IH100, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping in. Jonathan, afternoon, buddy. I have no clue. I'm betting this probably won't turn off more than about 30 bales on this field, if that. Let's look. I'm gonna bale the whole field with y'all. The bale counter is at 988 bales on the bale meter. So this field is roughly, I think, 28, 29 acres, somewhere in there, right at 30. Y'all can kind of get a little overview of it here as we spin around. And I'll let y'all take guesses and we'll see where we come. I'm gonna say it's not gonna be really more than about 30 bales altogether. But I am putting out a pretty decent sized bale. This Millet is really dense and heavy. In fact, right now it makes this tractor grunt a little bit. So, Bernie Dinosaurs, how's it going, buddy? AJ, how's it going, man? Yeah, this field's a little bit thicker. It will not take long to make a bale. Mike, appreciate you stopping in. Guys, if y'all don't have Dirt Perfect, be sure to stop in and grab his channel. Man, we got rain clouds right behind us. They said it ain't gonna rain today, but it sure looks like it's going to. Might be like Wes on his live stream last night. He did one on Ag Talk in the Raw, about got rained out. But hopefully that won't be the case. Try to catch up on the, you get a free bale. I give every customer that's new one free hay bale, believe it or not. Now that's a small square bale, not a round bale, but I always give people a test bale to try out. I think it's just good business. Usually they don't want one, they want 2 or 3 at least to try. So M8200, 5030, 4340. Man, you got a lot of Kubotas there, Craig. So far, so I just bought the Claas baler, and it had 50 bales on it when I purchased it, and it has 989 on it now. This baler, I could bale a lot more, and I bale the land to produce it. But the thing about it is, the way our grass is here and stuff, if I had coastal Bermuda fields, I could put up a lot more quantity than what I do over the orchard or fescue, stuff like that. So, you know, the getting 600 bales in a day with it on fields like this, it just doesn't happen. But yeah, the monitor says we got 989 on it. When we started this field, we were at 988. So we'll turn 1,000 bales on this field pretty easy. And then we got a lot more hay to rake and get down. So when I make a bale, I have to pay attention to what the heck's going on there. And we got some rocks in the field right here I gotta watch going over. Don't want to tear up, pick up teeth on the baler. Those rocks I've tried digging out. They're massive. Really need like a hammer to break them up on top and then cover them over with dirt. It's like a sandstone type material. There's an old quarry in the area. That's it. If I had some big fields, this baler, I have no doubt that this baler could easily handle 600-700 bales in a day moving. But you know, my average speed baling right now, we're running about 5.5 miles an hour. And if I didn't have the tripod in here, I could bump it up one more gear to about 6, but it'll bounce around so much it just doesn't create a good live stream or video afterwards. So how's everybody's weather out there in YouTube land? I know, like I say, it's 100% chance of rain tomorrow around here. But they really weren't calling for anything today. But maybe the Lord will bless me and it'll just push around and we won't have to worry about it. Cool for a few days. Now it's supposed to cool off here. Oh gosh, damn rocks. It's supposed to cool off here towards midweek and be pretty nice. There we go. Hey, I found something else I kind of like. I can set the iPad right behind the steering wheel and I can see everything perfect from there. '74. Golly bum. That is cool. I like 70s. 70s to 80s is fine with me, but you get in, let's see here. I'm going to look real quick. I won't be able to read the comments. I'll look on the Weather Channel app here. It's 91 degrees right now, and our humidity is 89%. Let's see here. 60% humidity right now at 91 degrees. So it gets hot. Scott, how's it going? I like the steering on the Deere. I wish I had a spear or a loader bucket or something so I could put something on the loader. They didn't bring anything like that. But the steering's real nice. I'm really missing my suicide knob, and the gearbox reduction on this is a lot different than the Kubota. So you got to turn the steering wheel a few more rotations, and that's took a little bit of difference getting used to. The ride's good. I think it's because of the seat. I think this thing's got a really, really nice seat. I'd love this seat in my M5. But it is a little bit still kind of tipsy back and forth, I would say, when you're going over bumps. I think either widening out the tires a little bit more on the bar axles or throwing some duals on it or something might would help. But then again, I think if I had duals, you wouldn't be able to turn with the baler. 480 acres on the 2 golf courses. So y'all's Kubotas run blowers, mowers, all that kind of stuff then mainly. Pulling through a little terrace there, making sure I don't again drag the pickup header. And then like when you drop down in the terrace here, I really do love the hydraulic pickup on the baler here, because I can adjust it to where I'm just barely nipping the tops of this thing and not killing the teeth on my dang baler there. Making another bale, I'll read a comment or two. That's what I did, Scott, on the M5. I spread that thing out as wide as I could, and I think that helps more than anything on the body roll back and forth, I guess you could say. 96-inch tread on them. Yeah, I had to look. I know I looked to see what kind of tires was on this thing. It's got Firestone radials on it. For being a DOT tractor, I'm sure it was on the road a lot, and they've still got pretty good tread, so happy about that. But again, I don't know if this tractor is the tractor for me. I still think even in the 6th series, I would want more the 150, the 6150. I know on boost, this one's got like 145 horsepower at the boost or whatever. But I think I want a little more. I don't know. Might be asking too much. God, I don't know if you guys can see that cloud when we come back around, but they sure look nasty. I also, AJ, was thinking about the fact is if I ever want to get into a large square baler, I want something. I don't have horrible heels, but I want something to be able to run the ground that I'm on, and would be able to pull like a 3x4 large square baler if I ever got to that point. But in the same aspect, I think if you ever got there, I guess you just get it at that point. I don't know. I've been looking at some used tractors. I wouldn't mind finding something with pre-emissions without DEF. I was looking at like the DEF usage in this tractor already and the fuel consumption, and I don't know. All right, so like right now it says we're running a good average of 4 gallons an hour on fuel consumption. When I get into the little bit thicker hay or start pulling a little bit of a hill, it's 5 gallons an hour. Like right now it's 4.7, 4.8. I've seen it as high as 6 gallons an hour into real thick hay. So spring cut's going to be that, real thick stuff like that. I don't know. That's the thing about the smaller tractors I run is it keeps my costs down some in fuel and all that stuff. that Claas HA, it's gonna, they come standard with the cab suspension and whatnot. I'm not sure. I was trying to look online for that, but I haven't really had a lot of time. The little bit of time I've had, I hadn't even watched yesterday. Rarity for me. I don't even think I watched any YouTube. I did that little live stream raking, but I was so busy I'd stayed up all night the night before laying hay down and then raking, baling and all that. I think they do come with the suspensions. It'll be interesting to see it. It's a 2016 model. Is it going to have DEF fluid? Do you know, being a 2016? Online they say they still want 175K. Oh shit, sorry guys. 175K for a 2016 model with 250 hours. And I think the warranty expires this year, or it might have already expired. I think it said 5/19, and we're in July, so they might need to update their ad. But so it might not even have a dang warranty on it. It will have DEF. I like Kubota. I just don't have, in my opinion, the support I need from my dealer. They're not going to come out on Saturday or Sunday and help me in the field. They're not ever willing to give me a loaner tractor when I'm down. And I think the Deere guys would do that for sure. I think my Massey guy would do that, even if it was one of his own personal tractors. That's my biggest issue with the Kubota guys, is they don't care about. I will say my M5 had a DEF header issue and they fixed it in 3 days. But then they wanted me to pay for the overnight shipping on the part, and I'm like, well, that's a common issue. Y'all should keep that part on the shelf. And so they're like, well, that's a $4,000 part to keep on the shelf. And I'm like, well, dang, I don't know. I don't get it. If you know they go out, Kubota one should have 2 of them on every shelf in every dealer, because it is a known issue, and they should be working on a fix for the dang problem. I got to move this round bell real quick, guys. Be right back. Says the phone's gonna die. Let me plug y'all up. Might move a little, charge the cord a little bit there. While I'm stopped with the PTO off, I'm gonna get me a drink real quick. That's a heavy bale. I bet that bale weighs every bit of 1,200 pounds. I was really hoping, when I purchased that Kubota round baler and went to the other dealer, he made his dealership really sound good. He had all these service trucks sitting out there and all kind of stuff tons of equipment on the lot, and he's probably a great dealer. But when his service truck pulled up to my house 2 days in a row, and he didn't even have fuses for Kubota tractor on his service truck, said they don't keep any tools on their service truck or any parts for anything. Well, what good is a service truck? You might as well come out in a Civic. The guy had a little tool bag with his own tools in it, and that was it. And he said he took that home every night. I said, you don't even get to take your service truck home? I mean, God, what if you get a call? You got to go to work, unlock the gate. I mean, I'm sorry, that's piss poor. You stock your service trucks. When the Claas guy came out, he had a little F-250 with a service body instead of a big ass 5500 top kick like the Kubota guy had. And man, that truck was loaded down to the hilt. You could see her squatting. He had so much stuff on it, tools and all that. And I asked him those same questions. I said, do you travel? He said, yeah. I said, do you get to take your trucks home? He said, yep. He said, I was in West Virginia the past 2 days when I had the issue, that live stream on the 4th where I was baling hay and I had the net wrap get wrapped all around here. I had the Claas guys come out. I had a couple of things that they were bringing me some knife blanks to put in since I'm not running the knives. I didn't want to go tearing into that net wrap stuff and mess something up. I'd rather be showed one time and then do it myself. So the guy, I called him that Friday. 4th of July was a Thursday. And he was out of town, which I expect on the holiday. But that first thing Monday morning, he called me back first thing as soon as he got my message. And he was out at the house that afternoon, had the baler fixed that afternoon. I stood there and helped him and watched, and we put the knife blanks in. Thank goodness he was there. It actually ended up being a 2-person job. I had to be underneath hammering up on the knife blanks just because they had been in there for however long, and unfortunately I can't keep my stuff inside because I don't have storage. So they're gonna have to, AJ. They've got to be able to support the farmer if that's who they're trying to dang sell to. I mean, I gotta go over this little terrace kind of slow, but I want to pick up as much of this hay as I can. There we go. Get through this rough patch here. That's right, it was just a truck. It wasn't a service truck. It was ridiculous. Uh-oh, we got raindrops on the windshield. We might be kicking it up a gear here. Come on now, rain. You can hold off. I don't know if y'all can see the little water droplets or not. They make the most reliable motors on the planet. Now, when you add DEF fluid and all that to them, it makes them unreliable. But their motors, the transmissions from the companies that they have bought, Kubota does make a good piece of equipment. But their equipment does break. My M5, the loader leaks down constantly. Like this loader, I sit in one place and it stays the whole time we're baling this field. The M5, it leaks down constantly where I have to watch it to where now I've got it off and I actually like the tractor better. If the tractor has the loader on it, nothing on the loader, it will not steer. Take the loader off, the tractor will steer lock to lock. So it can't even, the steering on it can't even handle the weight of the loader. These are issues that Kubota knows they have and they won't do anything about it, and I feel like their product won't give me the full service. My M5 doesn't meet my full expectations of what a 110 horsepower tractor should do. And they are not willing to do a thing. They're not willing to take me out of the lease and put me in a bigger tractor, which I've asked multiple times. fix their issues. I've heard of tons of other people complaining about loaders leaking down, the steering issue. You can find stuff online all about it. It's just, I hate to say that, and they're going to find out trying to get into the big boy market. I love orange paint. I love Kubota. I think they do. My older Kubota tractors before this emissions crap and all, some of the best stuff. Scott, appreciate you hanging out with us on your lunch. Pray for us it don't rain and I get this field bale at least. It's been to 2 different dealers for a month each time, and neither one of them fixed any of the issues. And both of these one of them's a pretty good sized dealer. So I don't know. It's the steering issue seems to be tractors with factory loaders. From what I've researched and found out, all that good stuff. I'm not real sure on the rest of it. The def headers is a real common issue for all the Kubota stuff. Now Kubota doesn't build that def header. Bosch builds that for them, and it has a sensor in it that's overly sensitive, and they can't just replace the sensor. You got to replace the whole def header, $4,000 part. So, I really, like I say, I've called corporate. Corporate told me that take it up with the dealers. I've called multiple dealers. They don't want to help. I've asked for multiple times to talk to my rep in my area. I can't even get anybody to come out to my farm and see their equipment work. They're scared to put it on video. Because I'll tell you, around here we test equipment. The fields are rough, they're tight. We'll put it to the torture test. Well, I'm glad you got a good one, Daniel, because I didn't. Like I say, I like my M5 a lot. I'd like to keep it, get rid of the 7060, and then get a bigger series tractor. Use the M5 just for raking, tedding, loader work. I'd love to keep them all and have 4 tractors, one hooked to the tedder like it is right now. That's what's awesome. One hooked to the tedder, one to the baler, one to the cutter, and one to the rake. No hooking and unhooking. So when I had issues, Daniel, I had bought a Kubota baler over the winter. I don't know how long you've been following the channel, but the dealer I went to sold me a 2016 model baler and didn't disclose it to me, and then didn't set it up properly, and then decided that he wanted to end the relationship and not do business, and took the baler back, canceled the loan on it after like 3 months of owning it. It was a BV 4160, nice baler. So I did some calling around when all that happened and called about 42 different dealerships. And when you get within an hour and a half away from the dealer, any dealer will sell you a tractor. But a dealership in Tennessee can't drive down and fix that tractor in the field. It's got to be somebody local. And if there's not a dealer within an hour, hour and a half of York, South Carolina that can do that, they're really no good to me. My local John Deere dealer, they've got trucks out the wazoo from 6 different James River equipments around. The Claas dealer, they've got 3 or 4 service trucks, and they're just a small dealer. So the dealer in Tennessee might be the greatest thing on earth, but he can't drive to York, South Carolina and fix his tractor or his baler or his cutter when it's broke down. And I can't drive to Tennessee and haul that piece of equipment to him to get it fixed. I can haul it and all, but you know, just one of them things. It really sucks because, listen, I'm a die-hard Kubota fan. I mean, you see it in my videos and what I own. I've got a lot of equipment. Again, before I had the Claas baler, I bought the Kubota. I was really happy with it. It's not that I didn't want the Kubota baler. I just didn't want a 3-year-old Kubota baler when I went to buy a new one, or at least been offered a discount on it. What is the bale numbers now? We are at 997. Yep, just spit out 997. I hadn't even been. I think we started at what? It was 988 when we started on this field. So I've almost made about 10 bales. I kind of skip row when I bale. I skip every other row. Just a little easier on the turning, all that kind of stuff. Now my baler that I had before any of them, I've got a Vermeer sitting in the barn. It's a 504i. I paid $5,000 for that baler. It probably had a gazillion rolls through it when I bought it. And I probably put 20,000 rolls on it. Now that's maybe 15,000. 20,000 might be a little overshot. But I bet I put at least 15,000 rolls on it. Only put a couple belts, a bearing or two, and a sprocket. And I plan to rebuild that whole baler. It's got some parts that need welded up, like where the belts have wore grooves in some of the idlers and stuff to keep the belts centered. And I really looked at the 504 Pro and the Massey BV 4160, which is the same as the 504 Pro. But when it boiled down to it, I found this Claas here. It was a demo, 50 bales on it. Had some pretty good discounts because of that. And it was just the right decision to make for the farm, for what the baler offered. It's a 4x6. I'll never make probably a 4x6 bale with it. I make all 61. I got it set on 62 inches. But it's pretty nice. How's it going, Chris? Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. We're praying it doesn't rain, man. There was a couple of sprinkles on the windshield a minute ago. I feel like I'm reliving One Lonely Farmer's live stream last night. He did a live stream on Ag Talk in the Raw. He was out there baling. This isn't mulch hay though. I don't want it to get rained on. I want it to stay dry. Engine coolant temperature high. Well, so the Deere says we're overheating. Let's check all that stuff out. Let me dump this bale. I know it's hot outside, but we shouldn't be. These guys that had this thing before me were using it to bale straw. So we won't cut it off. We'll just let it idle here. And let's see here. What I'm going to do is turn the heat on, because that will help bring engine temperature down. Let's go to menu, HVAC. Let's go to Texas, turn off the air. Now I'm going to burn up in here for a minute while we try to get this baby to cool down. I'm going to pop the hood on it real quick. Yeah, I'm going to pop the hood. I'll take y'all out with me. We'll pop the hood and see what the radiators look like. I have popped the hood on it. They look clean from the outside, but you never know. Turning the heat on, if you ever have something that overheats, turn your AC off, turn your heat on, and it's going to be loud a little bit, guys, because this cab's definitely quiet, but turn your heat on and that'll definitely help cool the engine down. In fact, the engine's already backed off from overheating stage now, so we'll back the heat back down. in the tractor itself. Now let's go outside and pop the hood on her real quick. Hopefully the phone doesn't overheat again today. There, nice dusty screen there. I heard her breathe better right when I pulled it off. I bet that'll help tremendously. Oh yeah, it's done cooled back down a bunch. That'll help tremendously. Turn the AC back on, there we go. From the Texas to the... It's amazing how quiet the cab is on this thing. Y'all like the loader up or down? I think that the view looks better with the loader up almost. All right. Nothing like taking a demo out and not having it serviced before you bring it. $11 people on here, 9 thumbs up, guys. Y'all pound that thumbs up. Yeah, they should have the auto reverse fans. I think maybe when you go into the 7000 series, they might. Challengers have those. Alright. PTO back up to 540 here. All the levers and all that, though, I will say the layout in this tractor is pretty nice, where all the levers are and stuff, except for the forward reverser. It's in a little bit of a weird spot for me, but the rest of it, all the controls to the right over here. I'll turn you on around a little bit. Let's see, maybe set this thing up a little bit. So, I don't know how much y'all can see, but all the controls and the computer and the layout. Let's see. Hold this thing up here. That way I can move it around. But so, everything is laid out really nice in this thing. You can either operate it all off the computer monitor or those buttons over there. But where the SCVs are and all that, it's comfortable. I wish the loader joystick was a little bit longer or closer to me, but not a big deal. I think the loader on this the joystick's electronic, and I've heard people talking about not being able to get smoothness and whatnot. It might be cable, but it seems real smooth. However it's linked up. Maybe it is It's done by cable. Yep, I'm looking here now. It's not electronic. I've never tried a loader with electronic. I tell you, if I could buy any tractor, I wouldn't mind old Dennis with DLH, his T5 New Holland he's wanting to sell. I wouldn't mind having his T5. He's got it decked out pretty much just perfect for haying. I did question on the 3-point link arms on the back of here. It doesn't have like sway linkage or whatnot, and I did kind of question how all that works. It's got two big metal shims that kind of slide up and down to tighten up your 3-point from sliding back and forth. But I think before I let this thing go, I wanted to try to hook the 3-point mower to it and see how it did with the 3-point mower compared to the Kubota. Yeah, temperature looks like it's staying down better now. When I get this thing home, I will take the air compressor and blow this radiator out. I just hope for as heavy as these bales are that I'm putting enough wraps of net wrap. I'm only putting about 2 wraps. And I haven't tried picking any of the bales up yet, but hopefully they'll all stay together. I had to end up picking them up with forks from underneath. They bust apart. Big bud like the Welkers have. That'd be funny, pulling a dang round baler with a big bud and a little 9-10 foot disc mower, 3-point disc mower. What I would really like to have one day, and if I could pick up a decent used one, I would really like a windrower, a Massey like swather, like a SP swather for doing all my cutting. I just think it would be nicer having the mower out in front of me. For my fields, the turning ability of the swather, being able to, I just think it would be really ideal. I know road travel would suck with it. I think most of them have a 15-foot head. If I could find something with like a 13-foot head or something, that would be better. But either way, I really would like heck, I wouldn't care if it's a Deere or a New Holland or whatever, as long as it was in decent used condition. I think that would help my efficiency in haying more than anything. I do like that Vermeer cutter. It folds out, I guess, to 20 foot, but it doesn't have a conditioner, and I don't know how great the cut is on the darn things. I know that razor bar cutter on the Massey's pretty good. I'll plug this thing back up. My question is, AJ, with somebody like me that only, has a minimal amount of tractors, like say I went to a 7000 series with front mount mowers and one front mount and one side mount. All right, how hard, or if I go to Baling, do I got to take that mower off every time, and how hard is it hooking and unhooking all those? I would think it'd be about like hooking and unhooking my 3-point disc mower is right now, a pain in the butt. I would like, eventually, I know over the next 2 years, I'm gonna look for me a used caddy for my disc mower. That way it just makes it a lot easier. A lot of people want me to get a disc bind around here. They're like, you need a disc bind. But with these fields like this, this mine's just, I borrowed my buddies when I had my first mower went down years ago. I had a bush hog 3-point disc mower, and I tore some gears out of it, doing a favor for a neighbor. You cut this little spot, it don't have nothing. Well, it had chain link fence in it, but that's another story for another day. Yeah, that mower was a pain in the butt to hook and unhook, and I'd borrowed his, but it scalped the heck out of these fields on the terraces and stuff, trying to cut the ditches in them. And so, I don't know, it's got to be able to do that, because these terraces aren't going anywhere. Most of the landowners just won't let you mess with them. Quick hitch. Had 2 guys around to help do it. Oh, we're at 1,000 bales. This will be 1,001 right here. So in 49 bales, I will have put 1,000 bales through the baler, and that's you know, my goals to make. My goal this year, really, I didn't set an extreme huge item, but my goal is to make 2,000 round bales of hay, grass hay. And then we'll also be baling straw pretty soon. And we'll probably make somewhere between 700 and 1,000. That's some big fields where we can go out and bale a lot in a day. Baling that millet straw. Just nice big flat areas for the most part. I'm pretty tickled. I'm just now starting my second cut and still finishing up a couple of fields that are my normal fields for first cut, and so I'm pretty happy with those numbers to be where I'm at right now, especially if I get 3 good cuts this year. I thought about trying to find a quick hitch for the M5 and using it for my disc mower to see if maybe that would help me with hooking and unhooking easier than having to just get out there and manually do it, because sometimes that thing is just I don't know, if you're not lined up exactly right, even with the adjustable links on the back, it's a pain in the butt hooking up a 3-point disc mower. Now sometimes it hooks up perfect and I'm like, oh man, that was easy, but that's not very often. Says we've got 12 people riding along with us on this Monday afternoon. That's pretty cool. Pretty sure some of you is at work, maybe just listening in, or wishing you weren't at work and we're out here in this field riding along in a tractor maybe. But I appreciate y'all all riding along. Like I say, I'm going to just try to keep the live, as long as the phone doesn't overheat or something like that. I was going to keep the live going throughout this whole field, or the whole farm. So we baled one little field already. It didn't make much. I knew it wasn't going to. And then now we're baling the bigger field here on the farm. All this was planted in oats, and then after we harvested the oats off, this millet came up on its own. We came here to plant millet. We actually came to do our burn down on the field, and when we got here, to our surprise, it had all volunteered from last year, and I was really tickled about that. We're going to throw some nitrogen on it here. After I get it baled, we're going to throw down, I guess, about 200 pounds to the acre of some nitrogen, and hopefully get another good second cut off of it. So that's the plan anyways. Tractor still says we're running cool. All your case tractors come with a quick hitch. I bought a cheap quick hitch. I think it was from Harbor Freight or Northern Tool, one of those places. Back years ago, I had a little Kubota, like a L2950 is what the Kubota model was. I used it for landscaping. Good little tractor. That's what made me love Kubotas, because I tortured that little 30 horsepower tractor. I mean, I ran a big grapple with it, 2-foot auger bits, stuff that 6-foot bush hog. I mean, and not bush hogging like grass. I mean, nasty stuff. And that tractor push dig trees. I mean, that's what made me a firm believer in Kubota tractors. And then it was light enough I could take the loader off of it, throw an aerator on the back of it, and go aerate people's yards, and never leave a tire mark with ag tires on the dang thing, you know? But, I forgot where I was going with that story. I was looking up, going over a terrace. I had to lift up these damn, I had to lift up that header. I don't want to dig in the dirt. I have to be honest, I've got a little filming done, guys, but I have been lax on my filming. I've been kind of so busy with everything else. I have just, I've got those, but not the caliber of what I'm expecting out of myself, I guess I should say. I'm kind of putting a little bit higher expectations on what I want to put out for videos, per se. But like I say, I've got some stuff I'm going to try to get a video made up tonight and get it posted. A couple of them actually. It might be 2 little videos tonight. I'm going to do one on the stickers that we have for everybody, that anybody that wants a free SLC Farm sticker. We got an email address and all, or find us on Facebook, Instagram, and we'll mail you a sticker. We've got shirts designed and all that. We're waiting on the screen printer there, and I'll be honest, he's actually waiting on me to get sizes and quantities, and I'm wanting to get my website set up first so we can roll right into having maybe some shirts for you guys if people are interested in the SLC Farms merch. Who knows, maybe a hat, shirt, whatever. Got me on Facebook. Yeah, you can always send me a private message on there, or just post something and let me know. Just send me an address and we'll stick it in the mail. Even you guys overseas, we'll or in Canada or wherever, we'll try to get it to you. I mean, it can't be that bad to ship a dang sticker. I wouldn't think more than a couple of bucks anyways to get a sticker to anywhere. I mean, you ought to be able to send a darn sticker to Russia or China or North Korea for $2, the damn sticker. But with the way stuff costs, it'd probably be something like $10 for postal to send a sticker to the UK or something. Who knows? Something ridiculous. Well, it's the editing. That's what and I'm not complaining, because I love doing my editing. It's just sitting down and taking the time to do it. But I find it a really good motor skill for me. I'm learning something new that I normally wouldn't be doing. I'm learning how to be, what's the proper word, cinematographic or whatever, where I'm wanting to take good shots and good pictures and produce something. Now, I don't think I'll ever be no Welker Farm quality or How Farms Work. I mean, never say never, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't see my channel being like that. I mean, I'm more of a, I don't know. I think I'll just be more of like a Bagwell Farm, something small time. Well, I mean, not, and shoot, he's big, I mean, to me, but I don't, I guess I meant with like the videos, like doing all the, like how the Welkers, when they go around a tractor or showing a piece of equipment, how they do all that camera stuff. It's really good. Really, really good. I know why they have 250 some odd thousand subscribers. One of these days they'll probably be at like 1 million YouTube gold. $2 or less. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It shouldn't be that bad. That's worth it to me to get my YouTube fans a sticker. I'll spend the bucks on that, because I tell you, y'all spend the time. If nobody watched what I put out or came and sat on these live streams, I wouldn't keep doing it. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm not monetized still. I have a lot of watch hours. The 1,000 subscribers was great because I can do what I love to do, which is the live streaming through the YouTube and chatting with all you guys. So I was more tickled about that than anything than worrying about monetization or like selling shirts. I mean, we're gonna make a couple bucks off of selling a shirt by the time you have the shirts made, go pick them up, box them up or package them up, pay the shipping. You're gonna make $2 on a shirt. It ain't about making money for me. It's the friendships that I'm building with all you guys. Meeting at 2. Well, I appreciate you riding along with us, buddy. Good luck on the meeting. They might have somebody to edit, because they do. They have some awesome editing and equipment. I know what it took for me to make that last little video. And the thing of it is I was so mad. That video would have been made a week or two before. But one of the cameras I was filming with, the video didn't, I guess, encrypt right. Well, I finally got it encrypted onto the computer. But then on the computer I couldn't get 2 other drone videos that said they were in my photos album to upload into the editing application I was using. So all in all, I didn't even use the computer to edit it. I did it all off my phone like I used to do, and didn't even get to use the footage from the 3rd camera that I spent so much time getting unencrypted, or whatever they call it. I mean, like I said, I'm doing this on trying to learn myself. And I didn't even get to use that camera, so there was really supposed to be 3 different camera angles in that last video. And then when you have that happen, you're like, dang, I spent all that time. It'll discourage me. For me, it'll discourage me for like a week or 2. I'll be like, I'm just going to use my one camera. But then you hear, like last night, Harmless Farmer did that live stream, and he was talking about how his GoPro was giving him issues. And I know that's just part of it, but when you do this stuff for us, like farming or truck driving or mechanicing, there's not a take 2. I mean, you could take some nuts and bolts apart and redo something, or like I had a whole tire eject video before I did the one tire eject video, and then my phone got broke and I lost all the footage from it. So then I had to make a whole new tire eject video, because I really was impressed with the product. They're not a sponsor to me. I think they might have told me like thanks for the video when I posted it to their Facebook page. But I've already ordered another gallon of it. I think the stuff's awesome. I'm really pleased with it. But I'm just yapping along, guys. If y'all want me to shut up, you just tell me to shut up and I'll turn on the radio. Eddie Callis, how's the weather in Kentucky? Appreciate you stopping in, riding along with us. We're trying to get some hay baled before the rain. Luckily the dust is back fine. We had some raindrops on the windshield a little bit ago, but luckily it wasn't more than that, just a couple of raindrops. And then we had some overheating issues on the tractor because the radiator was dirty from whoever used it before me. So just got an inch of rain. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid right there, is an inch of rain. At least right now. Now tomorrow, I'm prepared for it to rain tomorrow. If I don't get my work done today, that is my own fault. But otherwise, I am prepared for rain tomorrow. Our fields need it. I planted a bunch of millet beginning of last week, and it is all out of the ground. I'm probably going to have it fertilized this afternoon with some nitrogen, and hopefully it will rain on it and wash the nitrogen in, and we'll be good to go. I hate crossing those terraces like that. JT, the Colorado farmer, how's it going, buddy? Appreciate you stopping in. Chris says keep talking. As long as y'all don't mind my jabbering on, I'll keep on doing as long as somebody gives me something to talk about. JT, the Colorado farmer, what do you farm, sir? What is the bale counter at now? 1,005, George. Yeah, 1,005. Like I say, I'm thinking this field will probably produce somewhere around 30 bales or so when we're said and done. Y'all can see we're working our way on down the hill for sure. Everything's rolling along a lot better now that we got the radiator cleaned out. At least it did have a screen on it, and that's all it was. The coolant looked good when I looked in there and all that. Wait for 28 bales so you get a free bale. Eddie, that rain, was it a big just downpour of rain, or was it a decent like soaking rain? You know, that's what, an inch in an hour really sucks because it just runs off. But an inch over, you know, the course of the day is great for the crops and the fields and all that stuff. I don't look forward to flash floods. And at my house, we do get the occasional flash flood there. Go back on some of my other videos where we were repairing flood damage, and the cow pasture will just flash flood when that happened. There where the sun was shining, and then all of a sudden it just flooded outside. I think the camera seems to ride a little smoother in here. All right, George, we'll see you back. Off to the shop. That's good. That's good. Soaked in good. That's what we needed here. The crops need it. The ground needs it. We got some thunderstorms the other night. The home farm and right around my area here, we got about 8/10 of an inch. But it was a pretty hard rain. In fact, that caused me to have to tear all these fields right here back out. Trying to get turned around to pick up these little short windrows here. So we're about full. I know one thing, lunchtime has come and gone, but I am ready for something to eat. When I get done with this, I'm gonna have to stop and get me something to eat before I go wreck hay. I like how the transmission or the clutch is on this tractor. The clutches on both my Kubotas, the 7060 and the M5 111, if you use the power reverser, just the shifting from forward to reverse without using the clutch, is very, very firm or rough in fact. And this thing does not shift like that at all. You can go from forward to reverse. It's real smooth. It's like the Massey Fergusons are. It's real smooth back and forth. Pretty nice. Let's see here. Bump up a gear. This area here is a little bit smoother. Where it gets rough, the flat parts in between the terraces on these fields are relatively smooth. It's just the going up and over the old terraces and stuff like that that gets bumpy. Still got 9 people in here watching. 10 thumbs up. If y'all remember, pound that thumbs up. Let people know we're out live streaming today. Kind of just, I know Sunday nights sure do get busy with live streams on YouTube. I've canceled watching cable TV, and I did just upgrade internet at the home. I got rid of AT&T. They got fiber optic 500 feet from my house, and won't run the fiber optic down through the farm to me. And so I canceled. I couldn't even get my iPhones to back up to the iCloud. I couldn't get videos to upload. I was having to do everything off the cell network, and I switched to Spectrum, which used to be Time Warner Cable. That's what's in my area is Spectrum Internet. And they did give me, I think it's like Internet TV with it. And I can at least watch, I watched Axemen. I watched the first episode. I have not watched Thursday night's episode yet. I think that one's supposed to have longer Wade, more on it. The first one had Buck and Billy Ray and his son. And it's pretty neat watching guys that you get to watch daily on YouTube and chat with on live streams and feel like you know, and then all of a sudden, man, they're like, you know, TV stars, which I don't think either of those families will let any of that go to their head or anything like that. I think those are down-to-earth families, and I think they're going to do right by all their YouTube fans for sure, and not be sellouts, I guess you could say. It's like Harmless Farmer said in his live last night. I think Leg Arms asking what did it feel like being famous, and he said, guys, y'all slap me if any of this ever goes to my head or y'all see me getting out of line. And that's the truth of it. This is just something for fun. It's not about a fame or being the best at something or anything. At least with me, I've never been a big competition person, I guess. I'm not a keep up with the Joneses guy. I'm just trying to make it this thing we call life, I reckon. Let me get over these hills here and I'll pick back up, see if there's any new comments or anything. See there? They're all just getting beat around in here. The AC works better in here. So far the phone is not overheated today, just the tractor. Yesterday about this time, the phone when we were raking hay, the phone overheated on that live stream, and I had to wait until I got all the way back home to be able to actually end the live. I had to go onto the computer and manually shut it down. Kind of weird. Next to man, how's it going for him, Ranch? This is brown top millet here, and we're in a really thin section on it. But yeah, this is some volunteer brown top millet, and it's got some crabgrass mixed in it, which I like crabgrass. We've got some Red River planted. It's going to be really, really nice hay. But yeah, this is just some volunteer brown top millet. We're going to hit it. I didn't realize that it had volunteered. I came to burn it down to plant the brown top millet, and it volunteered itself from last year. But so now that I got it mowed off, we're going to bring in some fertilizer, fertilize this place, and some other land that we had just planted this past week. Get it jumping, throw some nitrogen on it. I thought about bringing the drill in here and hitting some of the thinner areas, but I don't really know if I'll need to. It looks pretty decent. Looks like it's already coming back pretty decent. Lakeside, Doug, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, we got the hot phone working, and then you just missed it a little bit ago. The tractor overheated for us. So we got to jump out and I'm trying to make up my mind what windrow I want to catch here. But we got the tractor cooled back down. I guess the people who had this tractor before me, they were moving straw with it, or something. There's straw all in the cab of this thing. It was filthy when I got it. Had trash all in it, dip bottles. I honestly couldn't believe that they dropped it off to me that way, but I really didn't care either. I mean, I'm not going to complain about a free tractor for a few days, but they didn't clean out the radiator or blow it out, so the darn thing overheated. But other than it overheating or saying it got too hot, yeah, the John Deere's doing good. 91 here today, it is. German millet, okay. I'll be honest, this is my second year baling it for dry hay, and my horses did the best they've ever done on it, to the point that around here we feed a lot of grain because we don't have the alfalfa and stuff that you get out in the Midwest. But with the millet hay cut at the right stage, I was able to cut it this year the same as last year, right at boot stage or dough stage, whatever you want to call it there. My animals did exceptionally well. I plan to actually send some of this hay. We baled 30 bales of it yesterday, thereabout, and then I hope to get another 30 today. I'm going to send some of it off for testing, see what the RFV comes back on it. But our animals have done extremely well on it, so I'm pretty pleased with it. And the reason I grow the brown top, one of the farmers that I cut his hay ground, or it'd be waterways, I guess, but I cut the grass hay around his waterways, around his cotton fields. He also grows brown top millet and combines the millet for seed, and then sends it off to be cleaned, and then they resell it. So I'm able to get millet, the brown top, from him. In fact, this year they combined some fescue, so I'll be able to go direct to the grower and get my fescue seed this year, which is really cool. And then after they combine the millet for the seed, I go back and bale the straw, what they don't use. I bale the straw off of it. So it all works out really good. Nice big circle of, oh, y'all are falling over. We're on the side of a damn hill. Hold on. Y'all can tell that's how steep the hill is we're on the side of. We're about to be on another one. Y'all gonna fall the other way. There we go. I'll grab hold of this thing. That way y'all quit bouncing around. This is the reason they terrace these farms. So there's so much, you know, our hills roll back and forth here. And back in the day, this was grown cotton. And they hand-picked the cotton on these fields. There wasn't no cotton pickers or anything like that. These were all hand-picked cotton fields. So that's the reason they terraced them, to hold back the water for drainage. Now through the years, somebody has come through and rolled out most of the ditches of the terraces and made them graduated. But what really needs to happen is the dozer needs to come in and just cut the hills off and push the dirt down to flatten the areas out and just make it a hillside and then sow it back. It would be a lot nicer, like one flat hillside. So I just use a 3-point disc mower. It's a Kubota 3-point disc mower. I guess the Vicons who made the mower before Kubota bought them out. I don't have a conditioner. I tedded it once and it dried in about 3.5 days is what it took it to dry down here. And we have been very, very humid. This stuff probably would have been ready to bale, but it would have been ready yesterday, but it got an inch of rain on it, or 0.8 of an inch of rain on it the day after I cut it. And then we've been so humid, it took a little longer, but the dust is flying today behind us. I'll turn the camera around here for a second. Let me get past these points here. Once I get on some flatter ground, y'all can see the baler back there. I don't have anything real special. I got a 4-basket tedder, and like I say, this tractor here is just it's a demo that John Deere's letting us try out. I've heard people say you do need a conditioner, but as long as you've got an open weathered pattern to get some sun on it for 3 or 4 days, it's going to dry down like anything else. I think the crabgrass probably takes just as long to dry down as the millet does. These bales, I pushed a couple out of the way. These bales are definitely heavier than my grass hay bales. They are really, really heavy. I should have probably backed down to like a 4-foot bale instead of these 5-footers. But if they're not fed to my animals, I'll probably do the same with this and rebale it and sell it in square bales if I market it to sell. I guess all that's going to depend on yields as the year goes on. So guys, we were anybody that's new in the live, somebody asked at the beginning how many bales did I think we would get, and I really don't have a clue as to how many bales I think we'll get. But I said we could all take guesses, so mine was about 30. The bale counter had 1,088 bales on it, and so we're wrapping down. We got probably 5 or 6 more windrows here to bale. Sorry about the moving around. Y'all understand, y'all are on a tripod on a phone, so if the bouncing and shaking, that's where here that comes. And I'm saying that for future watchers, if anybody goes back and watches these live streams. But y'all can make a guesstimate to how many bales you think we're gonna have. So far now we're at 1,008 from 988, so we are at what my guesstimate was, which was 30 bales. So if we make one more, then if we play like the Price is Right, I have gone over and lost. So, person closest to without going over. No, I don't know. We don't have to play Price is Right rules. I definitely think we'll make one, if not maybe two more bales. We don't have too much more left to bale. With this machine, you don't even hear that baler back there. You're really in the field. Now going up the road, you know it's on here, but in the field, man, you really don't even know this baler is on here. It's kind of crazy. I guess kind of like when you hook a little trailer to my F350, and you're like, I forgot I even had a trailer back there. One of them things. Still got 7 folks in the house riding along with us. If you're new in the stream, guys, pound that thumbs up if you don't mind. Helps get the algorithms out there. So this Deere, Doug, is a, I believe it's a year old. I believe it's a 2017 6130R. It's 130 or 125 engine horsepower, and then it's got a computer chip on it. It'll boost to 145. It has 480 hours on it now. We've almost put another hour and a half on it today baling this hay. So it is fairly new. It was a off-lease Virginia DOT tractor. I was talking to my dealer about tractors and said that honestly, in this size tractor, getting up into this price range, I know I won't be able to afford brand new. So I would be interested in something off-lease or demo units, something that maybe still has a little bit of warranty left. So while I have it, in case it's got any little issues, but also something that maybe has already had its kinks worked out if it had any. Sometimes used stuff, I know I've bought some new equipment, I also have a lot of used equipment. Sometimes there's perks to both. Yes, a nice new warranty is great, but then sometimes something that's well taken care of, lightly used, it's already had its kinks out of it, and you know, a lot of times it'll be trouble-free for years to come, like my semi, my skid steer. I mean, the semi was wanting to run a little warm today. I gotta do some investigating there. I'm not sure. I know it's got 1 million miles on her, and I'm hauling bigger loads than I ever was when I bought it. The loads I'm hauling now, you know, we're grossing 38,000 on the trailer, somewhere in there, which is still nothing for an 18-wheeler. But we're probably, you know, 60, 65,000 total truck and trailer, and from my place to the rebaler's probably about a 30-minute drive, 30 to 40-minute drive, something like that. So it almost made it back to the home farm, and she started running warm. Uh-oh. Oh man, I think I just messed up. I pulled the wrong lever and I opened the tailgate on the baler instead of raising up the darn, oh shit, I didn't want to roll down into the woods. Damn it. Oh well, y'all see that when we roll back around. I'll get to roll out that bale. We'll suck it up with the Deere. That'll be the biggest windrow we've had all day. I was meaning to lift up the header on the darn tractor and open the rear gate, grabbing the wrong SCV. Happens every now and again. Forget what we were talking about there. Jay Chris, how's it going, sir? I think you'll have real good luck with your millet for him. Like I say, I'm really pleased with it. My cattle and animals eat it. I mean, you put a bale of it and then put a bale of my orchard grass beside it, and they go to the millet first. They treat it like it's alfalfa. So same thing with the crabgrass. But it is a really nice machine. I think the DOT did a good job taking care of it. I really do. Like I say, it might, if it had any issues being new or whatnot, because every new piece of machinery I have bought has had some kind of issue. I mean, just I guess the way it is these days. Maybe I always buy stuff that's made on a Monday or a Friday, but I can't believe I done messed up our bale count. We got to take one off there. No, it didn't beep when I dumped that bale there. It still says 1,008. So. What I get for not paying attention and trying to YouTube. Everything's fun and games till you got to get out and hand roll a bale out. Let's see here, I'll tell y'all what the temperature is now outside. Maybe. That says 89 degrees outside now. It was 91 earlier, so it's kind of cooling down. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. But cooling down means rain's coming. Y'all can see my bale that I just dumped into the woods there. Good job, me. Let's see here about sucking up some of this. Y'all can see there. Pretty thick windrow. I'm not gonna lie, this stuff's pretty thick. What we're gonna try to do. Oh, yeah, we just jammed up. That ain't good. Might have to dump another bale. Pull the clog through. Almost. It broke another one.
There's like those weight points in like, and those weight points too, they're about their paper weight on 30 inches fingers. They just.
Yeah, so we just need to get a new chain for it.
Yeah, I mean, we're using it down this side.
Are y'all gonna be able to do it?
Yeah, we can do it. It's just gonna take a little bit.
Well, just take your time and stay cool.
Yeah, we will. But I mean, like I said, Brian's gonna take a little bit. I mean, we're fine, but.
Well, as long as y'all are fine, just keep on trucking. If you want to call somebody else to come out there, call a friend.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright,
Bye. Well, the conveyor needs a new chain. It broke. Now, let's dump this bale out. See if we can suck this clog through, because it ain't wanting to go through. There we go. Now we got two bales to unroll. Alright, guys. Might have to jump off and clean the empty hay off the back of the baler real quick. I'll be right back. Let's see here. Turn this off. I'll turn y'all around. Won't take but a second. Let me jump out real quick. Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. I did notice while I'm back there, we have a hydraulic hose leaking on the baler. I think it's just a loose fitting, but I will have to tighten that up when we get done. It's not so bad that I'm not gonna fix it right now. Alright. Let's see here. Try to not clog this baby up again. We're going to turn around and suck up this bale I just unrolled here. Alright, lower the loader down a little bit so y'all can see. There we go. That worked better. Sucked it right up. check the comments in just a second. I'm having to really, you gotta kind of clutch it and pay attention to the pickup. I don't want to clog it again in the middle of, this stuff is pretty dense. Suck up some of this. I'm going to try to pull this bale. Oh, I turned the turn. I was like, what the hell's beeping at me? Turn the turn signal on. Try to pull this bale out of the woods here. Oh, let me turn you all around so we can see what we're doing here. Trying to pull a bale out of the woods. There we go. See, I keep grabbing the damn turn signal for the shifter on this thing. There we go. Again. Turn signal. Alright, now let me see if we can get off this hill here. I'll have to come back and push some of that out. Pick that down. Alright, there we go. Let's grab this road real quick and then I'll come back and push that bale out and we'll get that sucked up and that'll be it. So yeah, it still says we've made 30 bales here. I was thinking 32 might be, but it'll be about 31 and a half when we're said and done. Alright, let me find the iPad. Catch up on some comments here. Sorry guys, wasn't trying to be boring, just had a couple little issues and it was all created by myself. Freaking pulling the wrong SCV lever. There we go, get the live chat pulled back up. There we go. Alright. You're back. George, the bale count is at 1,008. You might have just heard me say that. So we've made 30 so far. And we'll make another one. And I said we're going by Price is Right rules. So the Deere on average is using about 4.5 gallons an hour to the Kubota's 2.5 gallons an hour. So it consumes a good bit more fuel. I talked about it in pretty good depth back in the beginning of this live. Steve Mack, appreciate you joining us. Doing well today, sir. Got us back. Not get video, but hear me okay. 40-minute commute on a bike, like a bicycle or motorcycle. Engine or no engine there, J. Chris? I think it's going to be 31 and a half, Yorkshire, George. I got to finish cleaning up this round bale that I messed up on. So we're about to be full right now. So we're going to try to dip down in here and suck up. Y'all hang on. Try to suck up the rest of this round bale here. I hadn't tried to push one out with the tire on the Deere yet. I don't know if it'll do as well as the Kubota. We're about to find out. Just picking up. I'm anal, I'm OCD. I'll ride around in circles and pick up all these little pieces of hay. I don't want to leave them laying on the ground. some of it, I think the pickup just ain't gonna pick up. I think it's matted down in there or whatever. All right, let's go down here and see if we can't push this out with the tractor. So, there we go. And that's a negatory. We were driving up on it. Let's try doing it with the loader. Yeah, I want, and that's a negatory on doing it with the loader as well. We will do it by hand. All right. Y'all can watch me roll this out real quick. I'll take y'all with me. Y'all can see what we're working with here. So you can see the millet and the crabgrass kind of mixed in together. Very nice leaf content to it. Not too much stem at all. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. So let's push this out. Turn y'all around, y'all can see everything from the outside. Do a little walk around here. It's got bar axles, self-leveling loader. Nice tractor. Now, we hadn't done a walk around really around the baler, but I plan to do a good extensive review on that. So, let's finish rolling this out. I figured I could carry y'all along. When you get down to the core of the bale, that's the hardest part to roll out is the core itself. They get so tight, they just don't want to unroll. Kind of got to take your hands and just pull it apart like so. And once you get some broke loose, you roll it a little bit. Pain in the butt. Boy, the doves will love this stuff, the seed coming off of it. That's another good thing about a millet field. About September, when dove season around here comes around, it's about the same time you harvest the hay off of it. And it really makes a great field to hunt. Now, you're not allowed to hunt a dated field because we harvest the hay off of it. It will not be considered baited. Boy, it seems tight together. There's almost too much. This hay's still a little damp from the humidity out here and whatnot, but I did not. I'd rather it sweat a little bit in the bale than lose it to a rainstorm, to be honest. So, and another reason this is so tight, this is a part of that bale we just rebaled. About got it. Sit y'all down here. Check the score out. There we go. Thank gosh it ain't 100 out here. All right, y'all can see our line of hay. Got 10 watching, 17 thumbs ups. If you're new in here, pound that thumbs up, guys. Let's climb back in the old Deere. All right. Last little bit of this field to suck up here and we get myself. It ain't that hot outside, but I still sweat. So I always carry me a towel. That way I can wipe the sweat off my head. I can't stand that. All right. There we go. All right, we got the baler fired up. Pick up down. Load her up. Let's go to first gear here. Back up, dump this bale out of our way. Alright, let me catch up on some comments too, guys. Just got a phone call. What's the bale counter? Okay. Yeah, I couldn't do the pedaling thing, Chris Beck. I am not done for the day yet, George. We're dumping this bale. That just there made 31 bales for this field in particular. I think overall for the property here it's like 36 because we made it, or 34. We made a few on that front field there before we came to this one. Not too many, but a few. Alright, let's see how close we can get this baler into the woods here. I know I'm going to lose a little bit, but I hate losing hay. It's Chucky 2009, let's say. I don't know my resale value. I hate that guy's channel. I enjoy Chucky. I hate YouTube demonetized his whole channel over that whole ordeal. They could have took that video or maybe punished him or something with a couple, but they honestly shouldn't have done that. I have got him on BitChute, and I also got one of my other favorite YouTubers, Wrangler Star. Sorry guys, I'm back in this baler kind of into the woods here. But I've got Wrangler Star over there on BitChute too, because they show some of the stuff that YouTube won't allow. Some of the gun censorships and stuff is not that way on BitChute. But Chucky is not posting much anymore. Oh, she's working now. Not watching what I'm doing, just riding through this windrow all willy-nilly like. Alright, I think we got all that sucked up. About a half a bale there. We're going to go through and make one more quick pass. Pick up anything that didn't get. Bradlin, how's it going? You're coming in close to the end. We almost are done baling this field here that we raked yesterday, where the phone overheated on us. Yeah, I like Chucky too. Like I say, I hate that for him. I think that's, oh shit. Gear down here. There we go. 4 was of too much power. Well, we left a little bit, but not too much. Not what it could have been. I'm gonna ride and make sure I picked up all the windrows before we dump this bale. We'll make sure we got it all, but looking like on this one field, 31 and a half bales. So I was pretty close to my 30 bale estimate there. I used to be horrible at judging the number of bales on a field, but I'm getting better as the years go by. So I'm gonna keep her going probably at least. I might even keep her going to the ride back to the farm. I really my guys are texting me. I got guys out delivering hay, and their hay elevator, the chain, it's an older elevator, but the chain is broken on them twice now, and they're having to put this hay in a loft. It's just 2 guys, 300 bales, 90 degrees out with humidity. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for them. That's a lot of work trying to hand toss the bales up into a barn. That might be what will end our live, but I hope not. We're just gonna have to sit here for a minute. I've got a couple other barns possibly around the area that I might be able to borrow a conveyor from. So that'd be cool, custom baling. I'd like to get a little bit more custom work where I actually went and cut it, raked it, baled it, and got paid for it right then versus me having to get it out of the fields and all that. Alright. Alright. Guys, I think what I'm going to do is, I know we got 10 people on here. I hate to end it. It's actually been a really good live. It's been going well. We got all this farm baled, but I need the phone so I can make some actual phone calls to get these guys squared away. Work comes first and foremost. And so I might, when I get back to the farm and get in the rake tractor, I may pop up another live stream and y'all come right along and rake with me today, or if not, we might do something, if it's raining tomorrow, we might do something Wednesday. But otherwise, guys, y'all have a wonderful afternoon. And 3,000 rolls, hell yeah. I'd take that. I am in York, South Carolina, Chris Beck. So, but I'm going to pop off of here, get these guys taken care of, figured out what to do about that, and then go from there. So y'all have a wonderful day, and have a blessed day and blessed week, and we'll see y'all soon. Thanks for watching. And remember, pound that thumbs up. We got rain tomorrow, Chris Beck, 100% chance. So I'm gonna try to finish raking and baling what I got ready today. But like I say, y'all have a safe week, and we'll see y'all soon. Thanks for watching.